Hey everybody, Robert Goodrich here with another Lenten devotional. This coming Sunday, we will be looking at the Gospel of Mark chapter 7, and it's an encounter between Jesus and the religious leaders. So I want you to hear these holy words from chapter 7 of Mark, verses 1 through 8. Some Pharisees and teachers of the law of Moses from Jerusalem came and gathered around Jesus. They noticed that some of his disciples ate without first washing their hands. The Pharisees and many other Jewish people obey the teachings of their ancestors. They always wash their hands in the proper way before eating. None of them will eat anything they buy in the market until it's washed. They also follow a lot of other teachings, such as washing cups, pitchers, and bowls. The Pharisees and the teachers asked Jesus, "Why don't your disciples obey what our ancestors taught us to do? Why do they eat without washing their hands?" And Jesus replied, "You're nothing but show-offs. The prophet Isaiah was right when he wrote that God had said, 'All of you praise me with your words, but you never really think about me. It's useless for you to worship me when you teach rules made by humans. You disobey God's commands in order to obey what humans have taught.'" So the first thing I'm going to ask this coming Sunday in worship is, when you hear the term Christian, what do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it love and acceptance and kindness? Or is it injustice? Is it arrogance? Is it hate? Another thing I'm going to bring up this Sunday is how Jesus accused the religious leaders of two things back then, two big things back then. The first is allowing tradition to be more important than loving God and loving neighbor. And the second thing was that he accused them of hypocrisy. Just because we know all the books of the Bible doesn't mean we're followers of Jesus. And just because we follow the traditions of the church, that doesn't mean we're followers of Jesus. It doesn't even mean we know who Jesus is. So until Sunday, think about a few things. Think about what's important to you in your journey with God. Is it about knowing God and all of His commands? Or is it truly about knowing God and His Son, Jesus, and all that Jesus has called us to do and to be? Is it embracing the traditions of the church? Or is it embracing the love of God, the love of neighbor, and the love of self? And how do we balance those things? So until Sunday, go in love and go in peace. And let's find a balance. Amen.